Burkina Faso, a country in West Africa, has seen tough times. This landlocked nation, rich in culture and history, has faced numerous challenges over the years. From political instability to economic hardships, the people of Burkina Faso have endured much. But perhaps one of the most pressing issues has been its struggle with security and defense. For years, it needed help from other countries for its military. Foreign aid came in various forms: military equipment, training programs, and even foreign troops. Countries from around the world sent their support, hoping to stabilize the region. However, this reliance on external assistance came with its own set of problems. This made Burkina Faso weak. It couldn't protect itself. The military bases were often run down, and the equipment was outdated and insufficient. Soldiers, despite their dedication, were left feeling tired and under-equipped. The lack of resources and proper infrastructure severely hampered their ability to defend the nation effectively. Bad groups took advantage of this. Armed groups and militias saw an opportunity in Burkina Faso's vulnerability. They began to operate more freely in rural areas, spreading fear and chaos. The conflict escalated, and the government struggled to maintain control over its own territory. They threatened the country's safety. Villages were attacked and communities were displaced. People fled their homes in search of safety, leaving behind their livelihoods and possessions. The threat to the nation's safety was palpable, and the sense of insecurity grew with each passing day. The people of Burkina Faso deserved better. Things were bad. Everyday life was a struggle. Markets showed signs of poverty, and the general populace faced numerous hardships. Despite their resilience, the people were in dire need of a change. They longed for peace and stability, something that seemed increasingly out of reach. The Burkinabe military didn't have what it needed to fight the growing danger. Their equipment was old. The soldiers, though brave and determined, were no match for the well-armed and organized groups they faced. The outdated gear and lack of modern vehicles put them at a significant disadvantage. They didn't have enough training. They were outmatched. Something had to change. The training programs, though helpful, were not enough to prepare them for the complex and evolving threats. The soldiers' determination was evident, but without the necessary resources and support, their efforts were often in vain. The situation called for a comprehensive strategy to rebuild and strengthen the nation's defense capabilities. The future of Burkina Faso depended on it. Then came Captain Ibrahim Traoré. A man of vision and determination, Traoré emerged as a beacon of hope for Burkina Faso. His presence was not just a change in leadership, but a shift in the very essence of the nation's spirit. He was a leader who understood the pulse of his people and the challenges they faced. With a deep sense of responsibility, he took on the mantle to guide his country towards a brighter future. A young leader with a big idea. Traoré's vision was clear and ambitious. He believed in the potential of his people and the strength of his nation. His idea was not just about military might, but about instilling a sense of pride and self-reliance among the citizens. He wanted every Burkinabe to feel empowered and capable of contributing to the nation's growth. Traoré knew things had to change. The old ways of relying on foreign aid and external support were no longer sustainable. He envisioned a Burkina Faso that could stand on its own, a nation that could defend itself and thrive independently. This required a complete overhaul of the existing systems and a renewed focus on self-sufficiency. He knew Burkina Faso had to stand on its own. His answer? Defense independence. Traoré's strategy was rooted in the belief that true independence could only be achieved through self-reliance. He aimed to build a robust defense system that could protect the nation from any external threats. This meant investing in local resources, training the military, and developing homegrown solutions. No more asking for help. Traoré was determined to break the cycle of dependency. He believed that Burkina Faso had the talent, resources, and determination to succeed on its own. By focusing on internal strengths and capabilities, he sought to create a resilient and self-sufficient nation. Burkina Faso would take care of itself. This was not just a military strategy, but a national movement. Traoré's vision extended beyond the armed forces to every aspect of Burkinabe society. He encouraged innovation, entrepreneurship, and community-driven initiatives. The goal was to create a culture of self-reliance and mutual support. Traoré's plan was simple but big: get better weapons, He understood that a strong defense required modern and effective weaponry. But it wasn't just about acquiring new equipment, it was about ensuring that the military personnel were well trained and capable of using these tools to their fullest potential. Train people to use them well. Training was a cornerstone of Traoré's strategy. He believed that the strength of the military lay in the skills and dedication of its soldiers. Comprehensive training programs were implemented to ensure that every soldier was proficient and confident in their abilities, and do it all without help from usual friends. Traoré's approach was bold and unconventional. He chose to distance Burkina Faso from its traditional allies, believing that true independence could only be achieved by standing alone. This decision was met with skepticism, but Traoré remained steadfast in his belief that his country could rise to the challenge. This was a big moment for Burkina Faso. The nation was on the brink of a new era, one defined by self-reliance and national pride. The people rallied behind Traoré, inspired by his vision and determination. This was more than just a change in leadership. It was a transformation of the national identity. The country would make its own way. Under Traoré's leadership, Burkina Faso embarked on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. The road ahead was challenging, but the nation was united in its resolve to forge its own path. This was the beginning of a new chapter, one where Burkina Faso stood strong and proud, ready to face the future with confidence. Drones have changed how wars are fought. Traoré knew this. He wanted to get the best. So he got the Bayraktar TB2, a drone from Turkey that everyone knows is powerful. This changed everything for Burkina Faso. Finally, they could see what was happening. The Bayraktar TB2 is more than just a drone. It shows how much Burkina Faso wants to be strong. It sends a clear message. Burkina Faso is not weak anymore. The Bayraktars are more than just weapons. They are spies in the sky. They tell Burkina Faso's military where the enemy is. This helps them plan. No more surprises. Knowing what's happening is important, but the Bayraktars can also attack. They have missiles that can hit exactly what they aim for. This means they can attack the bad guys without hurting other people. Burkina Faso is now a powerful country. Ground superiority, unleashing firepower on the enemy. It's not just about the skies. Traoré also made Burkina Faso's ground forces stronger. He got DSHK heavy machine guns. These are powerful machine guns. They can destroy enemy vehicles and buildings. And then there are the APR-40 rocket launchers. These are really big guns. They can cover a whole area with explosions. Burkina Faso's enemies are learning how strong these weapons are. Mobile warfare armored beasts roam the battlefield. In the modern era of warfare, the battlefield is dominated by powerful and heavily armored vehicles. These mechanical beasts are designed to withstand the harshest conditions and deliver devastating firepower. They are the backbone of any military force, providing both offensive and defensive capabilities. In modern war, you need to move fast. Speed and agility are crucial for outmaneuvering the enemy and gaining the upper hand. Armored vehicles are built to traverse difficult terrains from rugged mountains to dense forests, ensuring that troops can reach their objectives swiftly and safely. That's where the WMA 301 fighting vehicle comes in. This vehicle is a marvel of modern engineering, combining speed, firepower, and protection in one formidable package. It is designed to operate in a variety of environments, making it a versatile asset on the battlefield. This is a serious fighting machine. The WMA 301 is equipped with advanced armor that can withstand direct hits from enemy fire, ensuring the safety of its crew. Its powerful weapon systems can engage targets at long ranges, providing critical support to ground troops. It's fast, it can turn easily, and it has lots of guns. The WMA 301's agility allows it to navigate tight spaces and quickly change direction, making it difficult for the enemy to target. Its array of weapons, including machine guns and cannons, ensures that it can handle any threat that comes its way. It can carry soldiers into battle and shoot at the enemy. The WMA 301 is not just a fighting vehicle, it is also a troop carrier. It can transport soldiers to the front lines, providing them with protection and fire support as they disembark and engage the enemy. But Burkina Faso got more. In addition to the WMA 301, Burkina Faso has expanded its armored vehicle fleet to include other advanced models, ensuring that their military is well equipped for any scenario. They also got VP-11 armored vehicles. The VP-11 is another impressive addition to their arsenal. Smaller and more maneuverable than the WMA-301, the VP-11 is designed for urban combat and close quarters engagements. These are smaller, good for fighting in cities. The VP-11's compact size allows it to navigate narrow streets and tight corners, making it ideal for operations in densely populated areas. Its advanced armor and weaponry provide the same level of protection and firepower as larger vehicles. They can go down narrow streets and protect soldiers. The VP-11 is designed to provide maximum protection to its occupants with reinforced armor and advanced defensive systems. It can transport soldiers safely through urban environments, shielding them from enemy fire and explosive threats. Burkina Faso is ready for any fight, anywhere. With a diverse fleet of armored vehicles, Burkina Faso's military is prepared to face any challenge. Whether in open terrain or urban settings, these armored beasts ensure that their forces can operate effectively and efficiently, maintaining the upper hand in any conflict. Training the troops, forging a force ready for anything, getting new weapons is only part of the job. You need to know how to use them. Traoré knew this. He spent a lot of effort on training. Burkina Faso's soldiers are learning from the best. They are learning how to use their new equipment. They are learning how to plan attacks and work together. Burkina Faso's military is becoming a modern fighting force. A new era of self-reliance, Burkina Faso charts its own course. The changes in Burkina Faso's military are not just about weapons and training, they show a change in how the country thinks. Burkina Faso is taking charge of its own future. Other countries are watching. Burkina Faso is showing what a country can do when it is determined. They are an example to other countries in tough situations. Taking care of yourself is important. The future of Burkina Faso's military, a force to be reckoned with. Burkina Faso's military is still changing, but one thing is for sure, they are strong. They will fight to protect their country. The future of Burkina Faso is bright. Burkina Faso is doing the right things. They are a small country with a big heart. They are ready for the future.